Okay, so this is our twisting portion. What we're going to do is we're going to put our twist in our project in this area right here. Before we do that though, we have to prepare this hole down here so it's going to fit in with this pin. It's just a bolt that we're going to use. So we have to make sure first and foremost that we get our hole drilled. So we're going to make sure that we clamp it into our vise really nice and secure. We're going to take our variable speed drill. It's got a 1/4 inch bit in there, so you want to make sure that you have the correct size bit for the correct size bolt. So you don't have to use excessive pressure, let the drill do the work. Again, don't ever wipe this by hand. Make sure it's a nice clean passage. Next part is very important. This line right here, this is the 4-inch mark that you guys laid out. This has to be lined up directly with the edge of this vise. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your project and you're going to turn it vertically, and you are going to just put a little bit of tightness on it, but just snug enough to hold it. Next thing you'll do is you'll remove this bolt. So the bolt comes out, and then you'll take this spacer. This spacer is really important. This spacer has to slide onto your project all the way up against the edge. So it does go all the way down. Now it's still a little loose, so now I can kind of move this adjustable piece at the end here, unscrew it until these two holes are going to match with your hole of your utility shovel handle, and then just kind of get them to where they're going to fit together. So this piece goes in between. Just slide the bolt through and throw the nut on so it doesn't come off. So now I'm just about ready to put my twist. I'm verifying to make sure this is nice and straight, and now I'm going to go ahead and snug this down. So my spacer's on, my 4-inch mark is here, my bolt is in. Now I'm ready to make my twist. When you go to make your twist, you're going to want to use an adjustable wrench. So when you're using the adjustable wrench, the larger adjustable wrenches are going to give you more mechanical advantage. It's going to make it seem easier. So I'm using the biggest one that we have here. This is a 15-inch adjustable wrench. The way that we're going to do this is we're going to put our adjustable wrench in this piece here. This worm gear is going to make this jaw bigger or smaller based upon which way it turns. You put it onto your project and you'll have it all the way up against. So this is touching the spacer and the spacer is touching the vise. And then I'm going to start forming my twist. When I form my twist, I'm going to just kind of pull, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it again. So I've got my stand there. You want to take this project and rotate it 1.5 times. So what I did was I just took this thing and flipped it over. That is a 1/2 of a turn. 1/2 of a turn puts one twist in my project. So I'll do it again. Now you can stop and reposition your adjustable wrench whenever you need. So now I've got one full turn. So I rotated this piece of metal all the way around one time. And I can see evidence of that by these 2 twists that are in my project. I'm going to do it one more 1/2 turn. So this part, I don't know if we'll be able to see it on the video, but I'm making a small X here. This part, when I'm done, will be on the bottom. I'm going to go for my final turn. I'm keeping my other hand underneath here to kind of help make sure that I don't bend this down. I just want to twist about this axis. I don't want to bend it down. So that's why I'm doing that with both hands. And again, reposition whenever necessary. You know you're done when you have this piece and this piece at the exact same angle. So you want to make sure that one is not twisted this way or this way, so on and so forth. So you want them straight just like this. There are my 3 twists. So now what I have to do is I have to take this out of my jig. To take this out of my jig, what you have to do is loosen this vise first. Do not attempt to try to take this bolt out of here. You will not be able to take this bolt off. There's so much stress and pressure on this bolt right now because we've twisted this piece out. So when you loosen it, you should see there's a little bit of a spring action here as it kind of pulled back. You will remove this, remove your bolt, put your spacer back on for the next person to use. Make sure your bolt is on as well. And now we've got our twist in our project. So nice 3 twists, very nice and straight. Everything came out pretty good. So that's it for the twisting portion. The next step is going to be actually putting a hook on the end and then matching this to actually meet our shovel.